Dad. Yeah, I f***ed up during the time me and my wife were off. We weren't f***ing with each other for like a year. Which I gotta tell y'all my business because you motherfuckers is a cheater. Y'all just a cheater. Cheating where? Where are they? Excuse me.
This isn't just another reality TV scandal. It's turned into a full-blown legal battle. And Kirk Frost has just scored a victory so big that Jasmine in Washington might be packing up for good. Here's the breakdown of what's been happening. Kirk Frost has been involved in a lot of drama over the years, but this latest court battle with Jasmine Washington has changed everything. You might remember Jasmine from a few years back. In 2016, she came forward claiming that Kirk was the father of her son, Cannon. This revelation caused major problems for Kirk and his wife, Rashida. The whole situation exploded when Jasmine publicly accused Kirk of being Cannon's dad and revealed their affair on national TV. This scandal became a PR nightmare for Kirk. But Jasmine wasn't just looking for recognition, she wanted child support and acknowledgement. Fast forward to today, after years of messy accusations, paternity tests, and drama both on and off the show, Kirk has come out on top in court. Jasmine's attempts to get child support and force Kirk to pay for his actions legally have completely fallen apart. The court not only ruled in Kirk's favor, but also rejected all of Jasmine's claims. So, what exactly did Kirk bring to the table that led the judge to side with him so strongly? And what does this mean for Jasmine, who's been holding on to this story for years? Let's take a step back and look at the messy events that led to this moment.
Let me talk to you, Jasmine.
Whatever.
So what's the deal?
Honestly, let me say this. Me and you haven't really had any type of communication like this ever before. I feel like maybe me and you need to open up a communication line instead of me and him. Maybe it will be better that way.
You just told me my husband trying to you, and then you telling me you want to open up a communication line with me?
I mean...
Are you kidding me?
It all started one wild night when Jasmine showed up at Kirk's house, and it wasn't for a friendly chat. Neighbors reported that she was banging on doors, screaming, and making a huge scene. Imagine hearing all that noise in the middle of the night. Jasmine was out there yelling about how Kirk was ignoring her calls, dodging child support, and leaving her and their son, Cannon, without any help. The whole situation got so out of hand that some neighbors thought it might be staged for a reality TV show. But this wasn't just about hurt feelings or unpaid support. Jasmine was furious and accused Kirk of being a deadbeat dad who had abandoned her and their son ever since the affair was exposed. This drama had been building up for years, but this was the moment Jasmine reached her boiling point. Let's not forget that she aired Kirk's dirty laundry for the world to see on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She wasn't just making noise, she was exposing everything for the public to hear. But Kirk wasn't going to let this slide. He knew Jasmine could be unpredictable, but this time it was next level. So, he called the police, gathered evidence, and set his legal team into motion. When the officers showed up, they witnessed the chaos firsthand. Jasmine was screaming about being abandoned by Kirk, while Kirk stayed calm and let the authorities take control. The police report painted Jasmine as the aggressive one, which ended up working in Kirk's favor later in court. But this wasn't just about trespassing. It was about all the drama that had unfolded over the years, the accusations, the paternity tests, the claims of neglect, and the affair that turned his marriage to Rashida upside down.
I'm waiting to find this cheater. And y'all think Rashida is so dumb. And Kirk is so dumb. And he's just a cheater. Where the f are the bitches that I'm cheating with? Help me out.
Even after Kirk admitted to the affair and confirmed that he was Cannon's father, Jasmine didn't let up. She continued demanding more support and showing up unexpectedly at Kirk's house. The constant back and forth was wearing Kirk down, and finally, the lawsuit came as the breaking point. Kirk wasn't playing around anymore. He hit Jasmine with a restraining order and filed lawsuits for harassment, trespassing, property damage, and emotional distress. And here's the kicker, there's security footage to back it all up. Kirk's legal team knew exactly how to use the evidence to their advantage. The footage from that night clearly showed Jasmine causing a scene outside Kirk's house, threatening to expose him and demanding answers. For Kirk, it was a slam dunk. Jasmine hadn't just shown up uninvited. She made sure the entire neighborhood knew she was there. The restraining order became a game changer, locking Jasmine out of Kirk's life for good, at least legally. Kirk made it clear he wouldn't tolerate any more of her drama.
I wish this for nobody. Sorry.
I see her cry.
See, that's what I be talking
Okay.
about. It's kind of... At the end of the day, y'all, on some real it's like when you in a marriage and a commitment, and I grew up with this man, and he's hurt me, and it's crazy because he's also helped me grow to become the woman I am today. But when you hurt somebody and you dismantle a bond, that's the hardest thing to get over. Heartbreak is like the worst thing to get over.
With all the evidence stacked against her, Jasmine's chances of fighting back were slim. Kirk's team even pushed the narrative that Jasmine was trying to exploit the situation for fame, claiming that she was obsessed with staying in the spotlight and using their affair to remain relevant. They argued that Jasmine wasn't really concerned about her son, but more about staying in the public eye. Now, let's talk about Rashida. She's been through enough because of Kirk's past mistakes, but this time, she's standing firmly by his side. Inside sources say she's been encouraging Kirk to make sure Jasmine never stirs up any more trouble in their lives. Over the years, Rashida has dealt with lies, public humiliation, and the fallout from the affair. But now, she's done with all the drama. She's making it clear that their family's boundaries need to be respected, and she's been calling the shots behind the scenes, telling Kirk to make sure Jasmine is blocked out for good. But Jasmine isn't backing down quietly. Word on the street is that she's planning a counterattack. Is this just a desperate move, or does she actually have something to fight back with? Jasmine has been vocal about how Kirk has been dodging his responsibilities, and she's hinted that she has evidence to prove it. There are rumors that she's getting ready to challenge Kirk's accusations, claiming that she's the real victim in all of this. Here's the problem. Jasmine's battle against Kirk's rock-solid case looks like a losing one. The police reports, the footage, and the witness statements all make Jasmine look like the aggressor. While she may try to portray herself as a mother fighting for her child, Kirk's lawyers have framed her as reckless. But if we know anything about Jasmine, it's that she's not going to go down quietly. She's claiming that Kirk's lawsuit isn't about protecting his family, but about silencing her. According to Jasmine, Kirk has been harassing her for years, trying to keep her quiet about their affair and the fallout. Jasmine has even gone so far as to suggest that Kirk has been manipulating the public, making her look like the crazy ex while he plays the victim. She says his goal has always been to control the narrative, making her appear wild and unpredictable so that no one takes her seriously. And she's not just throwing these accusations around without reason, she's hinting at dark secrets, claiming that there's more to Kirk's story than people know. She's talking about shady business dealings, how he handled their affair, and how he allegedly used threats to silence her when everything first came out. But so far, Jasmine hasn't presented any concrete proof, so many people are skeptical.
I had a conversation with Kirk and Rashida.
Oh boy, okay.
She brought up, you know, the defects case with Cannon because he's been tardy a lot. And I'm just like, you haven't been concerned about anything in years. This is my first time hearing from you,
So
actually.
she wants to bring up all the negativity as opposed to taking control and being a real stepmother.
Let's be honest, Jasmine's reputation isn't exactly spotless. She's been known for years as the woman who helped tear apart Kirk and Rashida's marriage. Her attempts to play the victim haven't been as effective as she might have hoped, and many people see her as someone who used her relationship with Kirk to get on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and ride the drama wave for fame. Even when she went public with her story, the response was divided. Some people believe she was genuinely hurt, while others saw her as a clout chaser. Social media hasn't been kind to her either. A lot of people are calling her out for knowing that Kirk was married when she got involved with him, and when she showed up at his house that night, many people thought she was just trying to stay relevant. But here's the question, what if she's not bluffing? Could Jasmine actually have something on Kirk that could turn everything around? Sure, her track record is shaky, but sometimes the person who cries wolf has a valid point. If Jasmine has evidence like text messages, emails, or recordings that could make Kirk look like the villain, this whole situation might change again. Unfortunately for Jasmine, the judge wasn't convinced by her side of the story. The court ruled in Kirk's favor on every count. The restraining order was granted, keeping Jasmine away from Kirk's home and life. The harassment and trespassing charges stuck, and the judge made it clear that Jasmine's behavior wasn't just reckless, it was threatening. If Jasmine doesn't stay on her best behavior, she could be facing huge fines or even jail time. The court has made it clear that if she breaks the restraining order or tries to pull another stunt, there could be serious legal consequences. Kirk's team has effectively boxed her in, and any mistake could send her right back to court. But the story isn't over. Kirk is also pushing for full custody of Cannon, and given everything that's happened, the odds are in his favor. Jasmine's outburst that night, the restraining order, and the harassment charges don't paint her as a stable parent. The footage of her losing control outside Kirk's house only adds to the problem. Kirk's legal team is already making the case that Cannon would be better off in a stable, drama-free environment. With Kirk's financial resources and connections, it looks like he's in a strong position to make this happen. On the other hand, Jasmine isn't giving up. She's still claiming that Kirk is an absentee father and that he's neglected his responsibilities. She's still talking about filing for more child support and proving that Kirk has been avoiding his parental duties. But with the legal setbacks mounting, it's starting to look like Jasmine is more desperate than dangerous. The public isn't on her side, and the court seems to be siding with Kirk. This court win might not be the end, though. Jasmine is still talking about exposing Kirk, claiming she has proof of his dirty dealings and that the real story hasn't been told yet. But many people are wondering, is she all talk? Or does she actually have something? A lot of people believe Jasmine is just trying to stay relevant, and Kirk and Rashida seem to be moving forward, unbothered by her threats. At the end of the day, Kirk and Rashida are standing strong together, ready to shut this chapter of their lives for good. The question remains, did Jasmine bring this upon herself, or is Kirk going too far? Is this just a case of a scorned woman trying to lash out? Or could Jasmine actually have something that could rock Kirk and Rashida's world? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And share, subscribe for more videos.